Making friends when I first started college was pretty hard. Scratch that. It was almost impossible. Growing up, I always had trouble talking to people. I only had a handful of friends, and I can honestly say I couldn't stand half of them. I only hung out with most of them because the only other choice was hanging out with those weird guys that no one ever paid any attention to in that one corner of the school that everyone avoided. You all knew who I'm talking about. And if that was you, I'm sorry, but you guys are just weird. So basically, I was stuck with the same group of friends for 4 years. College was a fresh start for me. Or at least, it was supposed to be. I broke out of my shell, I became pretty good at talking to people, I started working out and worrying about how I dressed or how I looked when I went out. It was a really exciting transformation. My goal was to make my big college debut, meet a ton of new people, find myself a girlfriend even, and live happily ever after. Or happily ever 4 years of college. It didn't work like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the weird kid no one wants to be around, I swear. And I did manage to make some friends as time went along. It's just, making friends in college was not exactly what I was expecting. So let me give you the rundown. It doesn't matter if you were the loner, or the popular kid, or the band geek, or the skater boy, or whatever in high school. Making friends in college is hard, period. You may have those people you kinda knew in high school, and now they happen to go to the same college as you probably see them around campus. Perfect. Start with them. Make sure you get their numbers, add them on social media, hang out with them any chance you get. As long as you don't hate them or anything, it'll be a good start. But let's talk about meeting completely new people, because that's the hard part. People in college just don't care about talking to you. They either just focus on school, or they already have their own little groups and they really don't want any new additions. Especially since my college was a commuter school, it was even worse. Commuter school basically means no one really dorms there unless they're out of state. So everyone just goes to class and goes home. That's the mindset of a commuter school, which is perfectly fine, I get it. You go to college, you do your stuff, you get your degree, you leave. Cool. If you go to a school where everyone dorms, even better. Close this video, go to the dozens of dorm socials, and get to know your roommate, his friends, everyone on your floor, whatever. It's not that difficult. But if you're someone who doesn't go to a school like that, or for some reason still has trouble making friends in the dorms, which is perfectly okay, keep watching. So now, at this point, if you're someone who's just starting college, or you're already deep in the process, but you just want to make some new friends because you're tired of yours, or whatever the reason, you're probably feeling pretty down. But don't worry, I got the surefire process to becoming the most popular kid in school. Not really. There's no process to becoming the popular kid in school. You'll probably never be the most popular kid in school. But you should be able to help yourself out making some friends after this video. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe let's not get our hopes up. Let's just see what happens. First, you gotta decide if you're an extrovert or an introvert. Are you an outgoing person, or do you tend to be more reserved? If you're already an outgoing person, cool. Ignore the next minute or so of my silky smooth narration. If you're like me and have a hard time talking to people, I only have one thing to say. Fake it till you make it. Forget all these people that say to just be yourself. If being yourself before didn't make you any friends, then obviously being yourself now isn't going to cut it. You need to take the initiative. It's going to be hard, but you gotta suck it up. No one is going to approach the weird kid watching anime sitting by themselves in a dark corner. But this doesn't mean pretend to be someone completely different than who you are now. That's gonna make way more problems for you down the line. Or it's just not going to work at all. But let's get back to the topic. You have to go out of your way to talk to people. If you mess up, or if the conversation gets stale, or the mood gets awkward, don't worry. It's all a part of moving forward. This is the only way to get better at talking to people. By talking to people. The fact that you're watching this video means you don't have the approachability of that one guy everyone likes, or any girl above a 4, really. Any girl above a 4. And here's to the guys, sorry, but you're going to need to try a little harder if you want to make some girl space friends. If you catch my drift. Great places to practice talking to people is in your classes and clubs, or if you have a job, you can start there too. Even if you're already decent at talking to people, those places are still the perfect setting. I mean, if you were really good at talking to people, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. This is a very important part of this whole process. Learn time and place. Just keep that in your head for now. We'll get back to it later. Forget about finding a group to hang out with like in high school. It's probably not going to happen, especially if you're starting from zero. The best starting point is finding people you can talk with during class or during club activities. Okay, so you're probably now at the point where you no longer vomit when someone makes eye contact with you. But you're probably wondering, how do I start a conversation? What do I say? It's pretty simple. Before class starts, you could ask someone if they understand the course, or ask if you can see their notes. Pretending to be stupid really helps in this situation. Or if you're actually really stupid, it works even better. You get help for the class, and you start talking to other people. Win-win. Be careful not to be too stupid, because then they might just not want to talk to you at all. On the other hand, you can be the leader of the class. This isn't high school. No one's going to call you a nerd, or a teacher's pet, or whatever, just because you know what you're doing. They're actually going to look up to you. Offer help to anyone who needs it, lead group discussions, show that if someone needs help, they can hit you up. Be careful though, don't be an arrogant douche. Stay modest. Don't be that dude showing off your test scores, or your grades, or your brand new Tesla. Nobody cares. I don't care. Unless you're gonna buy me one too. Then I care. Then I care a lot. Please buy me a Tesla. But just try to give off an approachable vibe. Because if you try this stuff and you're giving off that I watch hentai and sleep with a body pillow vibe, it's not going to go too well either way. Unless you're making friends with someone who's also giving off that vibe, in which case, good for you. You probably just made a really awkward friendship. But hey, a friend's a friend, I guess. Sorry, got a little off topic there. I guess I'll address this a little bit too. If you're also looking for a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you can follow the same lines. I can't guarantee any success, because I don't have a girlfriend, I don't know how to talk to girls, and I'm pretty lonely. Yeah. I'm not going to go into too much detail, because who knows, down the line I might make this a topic for another video, hopefully after I get some experience. Yeah. But let's say you're trying to find that special someone to awkwardly grind with at dances or raves or wherever people grind at. Start off by sitting next to this person in class and striking up a conversation. That is the easiest thing to do. I'm not saying that's going to rope in the girl of your dreams, but it's a good start. You can say something along the lines of, I don't know, hey, sorry to bother you, but you look like you know what's going on. Could you help me out with the last section? Or, hi, nice to meet you. I was just wondering what you thought of this class. The material is pretty difficult, right? See, now this works one of three ways. One, you just started a good, normal conversation about something that's not too personal, that she can probably relate with. Great. Two, she's probably a little weirded out by you approaching her randomly, but she might give you a chance because, you don't seem like too much of a creep. Or three, she thinks you're completely weird, and she might think you're stupid or something because the class could be really easy. That's not good. Either one, it's fine though, at least you tried. Start as her friend. Forget this whole friend zone bullshit that everyone says. She's not going to consider you boyfriend material unless you become her friend first. Hence the name, boy, friend. Cool. Now you've got the whole self-confidence issue out of the way, you know how to at least start conversations, I hope. There are some important things you need to keep in mind. Remember when I said time and place? This relates to the many things you do not do. Do not do when trying to make friends. Don't be annoying. I know that's pretty vague, but try and follow along. Don't try and talk when the other person is busy or when the professor is lecturing, or just anytime you shouldn't be talking in the first place. More than likely, you're going to disrupt the class, The professor's gonna hate you, the other people in your class are gonna hate you, and the person you're trying to talk to is probably trying to copy down the notes or something, so they're definitely not gonna want to be your friend. Don't be creepy. Don't push people to talk to you. If they don't want to talk, then just drop the conversation. Especially with girls, if they aren't feeling what you're putting down, just leave them alone, or you're gonna get labeled a creep. And that's gonna put you back more than a couple steps. Don't try to be cooler, or smarter, or richer, or whatever than what you really are. People aren't going to like you any more than they do now just because you act like a douche. And I can't stress this enough. Don't settle for friends you don't like. Don't just hang out with people you can't stand because you're lonely. It's only gonna put more stress and negativity on yourself. It's not worth it. Trust me, I did it for over 4 years. And it wasn't worth it. Overall, don't stress if it doesn't work right away. College is a really important part of your life. Focus on yourself first and the friends will come with time. If you're spending a lot of time every day worrying about not having friends or how you're gonna make friends, I guarantee you other parts of your life are gonna start going downhill. Unless you're some absolute creepy weirdo, people will be down to be your friend as long as you put in that extra effort to talk to them. Well, I wish you all luck in your friend getting endeavors, and please, if you see me around campus, be my friend too, because I don't have any. Hey everyone, thank you for making it this far in the video, and thank you for giving my channel some attention. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want to share your thoughts on the topic, or share any suggestions you have for the channel, or you just want to share what you had for breakfast, leave a comment. If you want to see more, and I know you want to see more, consider subscribing. I don't really know where I'm going with this whole YouTube thing, so it means a lot that anyone is watching at all. Well, that's everything, I guess. Thanks again, and I hope to see all of you on the next video. Peace.